I'm gonna call Ron and say something. His mouth is too big all the time. Come on, man.
We can turn, we can't turn that now.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know,
But you know what?
I didn't think she was like that.
yeah.
Yeah. You didn't talk to him about.
They actually, you know.
Okay.
Hey, Bear,
That's what they call me, Hollywood.
he said he wasn't invited to that thing over there.
That's exactly.
You didn't tell me.
It's not mine to tell.
Oh,
But who's supposed to tell?
The lead's supposed to go.
I never heard that. He told me.
Yeah, but no, I told you the other day. I said, you're gonna get an invite.
Oh,
You know,
Yeah.
I thought you were.
Senator Burrow.
I
I
thought you
thought
were.
you didn't invite.
Oh, no.
I'll have to roll
No.
my life together.
All I was trying to do was to see if the council was gonna be able to attend. All the
Oh,
council.
that's just gonna invite him.
Maybe you were trying to tell me something about the fair and cattle and tractors, cypress logs.
You know, it's just,
Got some more. I'm gonna let y'all have it. I ain't gonna have nobody tonight,
I don't know what to expect tonight.
But hey, you won't put it in the highway farm.
Oh, yeah?
That's on my wife.
No.
She published it in the highway now.
That trailer, you know, she built already.
That lady next to her, she put it in
They have waiting tonight to come.
there. I'm gonna come back. I knew there was a rodeo going over here.
There's a lot of them,
So that basically.
I'll give her a gift if I got paid for it.
Yeah.
I'll see y'all in a little
I don't know
bit.
if she ever
Y'all want
responded
something
to
from
that.
the store? Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting.
See y'all. See you.
nice meeting you.
I'll see you in a minute.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, you know, I'm out getting yours.
Well, what do you think about any of this?
Well, early voting from the 24th to the 31st, and then the actual voting is October 2nd.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like I was telling Mr. Joe, I left the house at 6 this morning, but I don't know. I'm not home yet, you know?
So you met a lot.
Yeah, I've been going down with you for this. I've seen the photos in there, so I told
Go
you.
back off and you didn't see
Oh, they
it.
also go to.
Anybody can talk. But I'm not even
We're actually making some progress. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's the go-to place.
We'll see though, you know, it's the open.
Yeah.
It's still on the ballot, but,
So vehicle sales are up. I guess it's because of Christmas. You bought your new vehicle for Christmas?
You very good, not excited anymore. My wife, she said, car, we bought a new one, one of the 24. Then, I can't, I never drove it, she won't let me drive it, I couldn't drive it, it had too many damn places, you gotta press here, there.
You can't figure
It's great.
That's easy, you know,
But all one of them was plain Jane.
You're gonna be able to.
And that's what I want to aim, that's with all the deal trails and this.
I'm very blessed. with my
Larry.
daughter.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a 19, she's 90,000.
She's done a great job.
So don't look for you in your black truck.
No.
So you got-
You
I
got the state
Otherwise-
seal in the front?
He confused, that white truck confused me every time I look at his house, the white truck, yeah,
Who's in his house? Oh, it's white.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No sticker in the back windshield? So it's gonna be hard to track you down.
So, well, you got it.
You know,
Yeah.
so he said he would always give me a phone call away
Good.
You know,
Yeah.
he just told me that, you know,
But,
these guys, you know, stay away from these guys, you know, so, this is gonna be this guy.
but that was so.
All the names, all of these girls, just, oh, no. All of them, so,
That ain't no fun.
you know, it's positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Here, let's give it a good wash now.
He said,
This is sad, so someone said, oh, we'll be there, they were with God a couple of days ago.
so,
And he was in,
well,
somebody that had died.
No.
Those vehicles are just so expensive.
Right.
Crazy.
You know.
I expect those interest rates to come down sometimes.
They did, I think it's fine.
Oh, it's got to. It's got to. It's just not ridiculous. You saw what, you saw Trump
This
made a comment that,
So,
was it the
Who's young guy?
15th? Is it the
Yeah.
15th that
yeah, just figured.
you saw the credit card companies that can't charge you more than 10%?
The other guy, the first guy I talked to was, I
It's
was,
gonna
He
be
said
a
that
shocker.
and ripping
That is true.
We need that.
He's gonna poke the wrong bear and someone's gonna hire a more accurate hitman.
Okay.
Like, banking is, that's a strong lobby.
You lived there in 1974?
Oh, was it?
You put it on live, you put it on live already? Okay.
I got to remind me in terms of microphones.
Born in 66.
Oh, you don't have it on?
And I thought,
Richard Miller's on.
So you don't have the mics on yet? Okay.
yeah, the mic's always on. I just-
Okay.
I was always in,
Lights.
post office was.
That's what I was gonna I thought about it earlier.
No, I was only 8 years old, so I was living there, but just.
I worked for
Mississippi. In case it comes up, Jennifer Singleton. I know that's the one I sent the letter out to.
You
And,
need a copy of it?
yeah, and what was on her property?
There's 2 mobile homes.
2 mobile homes.
I knew Richard Miller had to run. Big through my house plans. Oh, okay. You know, I seen him the other day in the VA. I went to all of it.
Where is that?
He's at the VA home.
We put on AC here, put on,
Anything else you think you need a copy of?
Zelia, Washington. That's not one that I sent the letter out.
No.
Yeah, I wish. Get all of this.
I told him that.
Six dollars actually.
Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you.
You know,
He threw the house. Right by the old little Catholic church. Right there. south of town.
Uh,
You know, we don't do a multi-purpose
Yeah.
building, is not, live right across from there.
yeah, I know where it is.
Yeah,
It's just how the,
yeah.
long time ago.
13. What's the ordinance amending the budget look like?
Yeah, so
The ordinance was
Yeah,
like,
for
Police
13,
Blue Sergeant, we have a garage just south of 117.
just so I can get any questions come up with that.
That was my grandfather. He had a garage.
Good evening.
Dennis Johnson, Gus Blue Sergeant, was the sheriff years ago. My uncle.
You know,
Thank you about that trash problem.
oh, no problem.
Yeah, I
no
appreciate
problem.
that.
Yes, sir. Hey, it's still here. How are you? Good.
All right, boss.
Oh, doing good, man.
Thank you much.
Hey,
That's funny.
I was on to one.
Miss Cindy,
mm-hmm,
for our property insurance, pretty much across the board, not just like town byway, but fire protection, all, do we have separate policies or is it all under one policy?
oh, no, it's separate.
Okay.
Like this one particular is just for the fire district.
Okay. I need to send out something that we need to, probably just as like a bright line rule once a year, send to our brokers, just saying that we want to make sure that we don't have an arbitration provision in our policy.
Who, do we have an arbitration, clause?
I'd have to look. I don't know. Probably not. Or probably, well, I'm sorry. I would have to look to be sure.
Yes.
They are trying to put these into a lot of the government large scale policies.
Mhm.
It would not surprise me one bit to see.
I bet they are.
Yeah, and they are, we actually just got a huge decision today. We're still dealing with Benton and a couple others.
For FEMA?
No, this is just their insurance company.
Oh, you mean the rates?
Well, the insurance company's been trying to force us into arbitration, which is like,
Okay,
it's like court, but
Mhm.
not.
right.
Yeah, it's a
We did it when we sued them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's usually a pretty bad deal for the government or whoever
Yeah.
isn't the insurance company.
Yeah.
So I was talking to somebody today about this. We've started basically like pushing it onto the brokers. That way there might be an E&O claim if somehow a arbitration policy provision.
Yeah, so then I was getting in and.
I'd have to pull our policies and check to see what kind of clause they have in it.
It really, just whenever we're up for renewal on one, that we'll just start weed them out as we get up to renewals.
Well, can't you just say that we want to change that in the policy before they renew it?
That's what I'm saying. Like once we're
Yeah.
coming up to our renewal,
Yeah,
we'll reach out to Nancy or whoever and say, hey, just so you know, we don't want any arbitration clauses.
okay.
They might. Someone was telling me about an example where even after they sent an email, and multiple emails, and we're told that there wasn't one, there still ended up having one. So, just something, nothing right now, but when we come up for renewals, I
Okay.
can send out some language for it.
Mhm. Nicole, 69.
What, it's 70, but it's
769. It's 70.
Let's see what you can pick up.
You ready?
All right, folks. Appreciate y'all coming out this evening. We're going to start the January 12th council meeting, 7 p.m. And we're going to open it with a public hearing. And the first item we have is questions or comments on the following introduced ordinances. The first one we have is ordinance 2026-01, an ordinance imposing a moratorium for a period of 90 days on the granting of all permits for mobile homes in the town of Otway, Louisiana. Comments or questions or?
Can you
Yes.
explain what that is?
It's a very short period of time to actually kind of sit down and go through the ordinance and see if there's some things that we can tweak a little bit. That's mainly what that's about.
On mobile homes? Are you talking about the ports or the people that have, trailers
It's any mobile home,
in the
any
city?
mobile home within the city limits. Any other questions? All right, we'll move to the next one, ordinance 2026-02, an ordinance fixing meeting place, days, and time for mayor and town council. Any questions? We're going to continue on the second Monday of the month at 7 p.m.
So it's the same time? Okay.
All right, if nothing else, we're going to close the public hearing. And at this time, we're going to do a call to order. Ms. Julie Fonda.
Here.
Mr. Joe Becknell.
Here.
Ms. Vanessa Gillard.
Here.
Mr. Daniel Hennigan. Here. Mr. Gerald Guidry.
Here.
And we do have a quorum. At this time, we will stand if you don't mind. Join us. Mr. Joe is going to lead us in invocation, followed by the pledge.
Please bow your heads. Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking for your guidance, your wisdom, and your support as we begin this meeting. Help us to engage in meaningful discussion and allow us to grow closer as a group and nurture the bonds of our community. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. As a reminder for the council, if you don't mind, when you speak, bring that microphone closer to you. Okay, next item we have on the agenda is going to be the adoption of the agenda.
I move to adopt the agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that motion carries. Next item we have is approval of the minutes as submitted for regular meeting December 8th, 2025, and special meeting December 22nd, 2025.
I make that motion for the approval of the minutes is submitted for the regular meeting December the 8th, 2025, and the special meeting December 22nd, 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that carries. At this time, I'd like to invite Mr. Skip Broussard. He is going to be a candidate for state representative. Come to the podium here. And this young man is running for Mr. Troy's old spot. And just wanted to have him here so that we could introduce y'all to him. Go ahead.
My name is Skip Broussard, for y'all that don't know me. I am seeking Troy's spot. There was 3 of us in the race, but as of Friday, Mr. Myers has stepped back because of medical reasons. So that leaves 2 of us. That leaves me as the only Republican on the ticket. I've been married 35 years. I've run a small business in Welch, Louisiana for 30 years. So we've had to make some tough cuts over the time with the budgets and finances. I've dealt with the insurance, employees, just the everyday life of running a small business, fixing things. And I think that's one of the big assets that helps sets me apart. During this campaign, I've been to the different areas of the communities, the district, found out the different needs of what area everybody needs, whether it's water, service road. I plan to address all those issues once we're in office. Troy's done a tremendous job, so it's not going to be easy to fill this position, but we're going to work hard to do that. I've met with Mr. Watkins on y'all's concerns. I've met with the different mayors and the police chiefs and what have you. I'm a huge advocate of the education system. I think we need to make sure we educate all of our kids to where maybe they can stay in our communities instead of traveling outside the state. And we need to give the teachers the tools for that. And also for law enforcement, we need to give them the tools to help fight the crime and obviously to get home safely at night. Because with those 2 things, a high education system and a low crime rate, I think that'll drive economic growth, which obviously will bring tax revenue to the different communities. Because folks with kids, the first thing they look at when they move into a different area is what's the school system and what's the crime rate. And if you have 2 of those low things, that'll really help drive economic growth, I think. I plan to always have an open door policy. I've given out my phone number to I don't know how many different people. And we'll always just answer calls, and we're going to listen more than we're going to talk once we get this position, because y'all know what y'all need in this community more than I do. We're gonna do our best to get y'all what y'all need. Any questions?
Couple questions.
Sure.
What is the name of your business?
91 Stop in Welch. It's a Chevron convenience store right next to Market Basket and the Lumber Yard on 90 and 99.
And number two, who's your opponent for this race?
The ex-sheriff, Ivy Woods, from Jeff Davis. He was a sheriff for 12 years and was unsuccessful in the last 2 years ago. Mr. Myers beat it.
Any other questions?
I think Ms. Johnson has a question.
It was the same one that was Bruce already asked who the name was.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone else? All right, thank y'all very much for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Steve.
Thank you,
Good luck
Mr.
with
Steve.
your
Good
comment.
luck.
Next item we have is going to be the report of finance.
We are at 50% of our budgeted fiscal year. Let me try to do this a little bit. Okay, on your general fund, on page 9, it shows that our general fund year-to-date has a deficit of $602,464 deficit. This period, we actually did well. We have an excess of $5,963 of our revenue over expenditures. What I did today is look a little bit at what we may be expecting in the next 6 months to try to end the budgeted year. We are waiting for our boarding fees, which shows as a intergovernmental revenue. At this time last year, comparing what we received and what we received last year at this time, we have received $14,000 less than what we did last year on our intergovernmental. Now, in February, we will be receiving the annual lump sum that they pay us. Last year, we received $171,000. We don't know what it's going to be until they give it to us. So we have no idea. It could be 100,000, it could be 150,000. We just don't know. But as of right now, like I said, we're $14,000 less than we were at this time last year. Also, on the transfer for revenue for the fire district to the fire department, we do that in May or June, late May, early June. So it doesn't show that that revenue will be coming in until that time. We will need to collect at least $1.8 million between now and the end of the year just to meet our original budget. Like right now, and you can see that on page 9, it'll explain to you that our unexpended funds are 1.2 that we have left to expend. Our revenues, and like I said, we have some revenues that we're going to expect lump sums. So it's hard to say that that's what we're going to end up with. Yesterday, today I received our the minutes from the fire district meeting. They did pass a motion to agree to reimburse the fire department general fund $144,000 for the insurance payment. So when we transfer that money to reimburse that fire department general fund that's in our general fund budget, it will help out our budget or general fund by 144,000. That's going to help. Let's see. If we go to sales tax 1, and that's going to be on page 13. No, I'm sorry, 12. On page 12, our sales tax 1 account shows a revenue over expenditures of $1.9 million. That's due mainly because of like I said, every month, the FEMA payment that we received, a little over 800,000 more than we expected. So that's why we have such a big increase. That's going to be corrected hopefully on the proposed amended budget that you're going to look at tonight. That's going to correct that. On our sales tax the parks account, Fund 14, we call it. On page 16, our parks account shows a deficit of $13,054. The main reason this is because we did some capital improvements. There's a beautiful fence around our playground area that helps to keep our kids safe, and a little bit of electrical repairs and upgrades in our park. And also that the amended budget ordinance that we're doing tonight, that we're introducing, will cover that expenditure. On your streets, Fund 15, on page 20, sales tax 2 street department shows a excess net revenue over expenditures a year to date of $98,073. So we're doing really well. On our Fund 16 for our sales tax 3, which is mostly our drainage and economic development, our net revenues, this is on page 23. Our net revenues over expenditures for the year-to-date actual is $118,015. Fund 18, which is our LCDBG, that's the program we were working with to demolish the condemned structures program. We are about 75% complete with that program. And we did receive our payment that we requested from the state for $103,330. So that covered those expenditures. We had a little bit of the town putting in $287 that we had to end up paying for some town costs. Then if we Fund 51, which is our utility fund, on page 39, we have a excess of revenue over expenditures of $139,229. That's year to date. We're doing well there also. Are there any questions?
What is the time annual where the budget come on, y'all? January through December or July through June?
No, ma'am. It's from July 1st to June 30th.
Okay, July through June. That's what I was trying to figure out. Okay, thank you, ma'am. This was fun.
Any other questions? Okay. No other questions. We're going to go to item number 3. Upon the recommendation of engineer Bo Desermo, III, motion to accept and award the qualified low bid of $550,000 to Designer Construction and Consulting LLC for the CDBG DR 2020-2021 project wastewater lagoon and city park pump station upgrade. That's a lot of information. We have any questions on that? No questions. Okay. Do we have a motion?
I move to accept and award the qualified low bid of $550,000 to Designer Construction Consulting for the CDBG DR 2020-2021 project, wastewater lagoon and city park. Yes, upgrades.
All in favor? Any opposed? And that motion carries. All right. Next, Ms. Melinda Size. You mind coming forward?
My name's Belinda Sias, and I had taken pictures of the road at West Alley and given to each one of y'all up there. This used to be a perfectly little blacktop road, and there's like 7 houses there, and anytime somebody has any kind of problem with their water or their sewage and they have to dig up the road, that's what they do. But then when it comes to fixing it, it's fixed as cheap as possible with just a little clay and dirt in the hole. I have a small car. 3 of the people that have to drive down that alley every day, they all have small cars. And it's like when work's done and it rains, it makes a big dip in that, and we're tearing up our cars, and I'm thinking it needs to be blacktopped back like it was. The clay and dirt ain't doing it. And I'm thinking the city tore it up, the city should repair it.
It shows here that you're the owner of that road,
Yeah,
so the city.
I recently found out that I own the
So the
road.
city don't own the road at all.
No, they just come and tear it up to the taxpayers that have sewage and water there. And then we're left with our cars getting torn up because I'm thinking as much money as you pay when you have to get water and sewage, and especially when you have to get new lines. Like my brother's wanting to get a new line where I had to pay, the first time I had to pay $400 and something. Then the next time I had to pay $800 and something. And then now that he's needing it, the water and the sewer, I was told it's gonna cost over $1,300. It's ridiculous. If we're paying all of this money to get water and sewage, I'm thinking at the end of it, the road should be repaired back like it was before they dug it up. And that's what I wanted to
So you're
say.
saying they're doing repairs and not fixing the road after that?
I gave y'all copies, and if y'all don't have it, I can show y'all. This used to be a blacktop road. Now it's trash. And every time it rains, the indentations go deeper. And if you drive in a car and you got this from the top of your car, this much space, you bang that hole, and I'm tearing up my car. My car's 3 years old. And my neighbors too. They have little cars and banging in all these holes.
When's the last time the city fixed, or the town was working on the water lines?
I want to say they did mine. I don't think it's been a year that they did mine, but then they came after they did mine and dug up all in front, kind of in front of my rent house that's on the end of the property. I don't know why that was dug up, but it's as wide as that table, and that's filled in dirt and sand too. I mean, the road's torn up from the end all the way to Bowers. It's just a mess.
Would we have to get like our maintenance guy in charge to go, inspect it and then we'll get bids on it, correct?
Well, I believe the first thing that we have to do is decide if we're going to spend money on a private road. That's where we have to
That y'all
start.
tore up, so that's what I don't understand. The city
Understood.
of Highway tore it up.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And that,
there's
I'm not
no-
meaning to disrupt you.
No,
But
I-
I forget, but I wanted to say that I saw the guy when he was blacktopping little areas here and there. And I went and asked him to please look at it and give me a price that to blacktop the road. If I have to pay out of pocket, how much would it cost? And he said he had to talk to the mayor. And then later when I contacted him, he said that you said he can't do nothing to that road, is what I was told.
I don't, we can't currently, now that's gonna be dependent upon the council at this point, okay? And that's what I was talking to you about before. We have two options here. And one of those options is that you ask the town to take over the road so that we can do that without having the concern of whether we're spending tax dollars on a private road. Or they can authorize to have that taken care of as far as repairing that. Again, it is a private road there, so we have to figure something out on that. So, any questions?
But we can't go forward with either until we either, send somebody out there to look at it and bring it on, put it on next month's agenda.
We would have to determine, are we gonna do the entire road, or we're gonna repair the areas that it was at? What is it we're gonna be requiring?
Yeah, but the city's torn up the whole road. It's not just little spots.
Yeah, if it's-
That's why I took pictures. They torn up the
If
whole
it's
road
not
with all the
town-
different
Yeah,
times they had to
town
come up.
road, then the town can't fix that. We would be called upon to fix my driveway. And, am I thinking wrong? It's not our responsibility.
But if it's y'all's responsibility that y'all did the damage and tore it up, why is it my responsibility to fix it out of pocket? I gotta sit down.
Or pull you up
Yeah, I'm
a chair,
getting-
let's pull up a chair
That's fine,
right
that's
here.
fine.
But, so they went out there to repair broken water lines, is that what it is, sewer lines?
They don't report to me. I just know that City Hall has sent people out and they dug up the road, fixing this, looking for that. You would have to talk to y'all's people why they did what they did. They don't report to me. And I'm not trying to be ugly. I'm just,
We're just trying to find out,
Yeah,
why they
so-
were there in the first place, is to do repairs on your private road for the,
they had to put sewer and water lines in for the other people that have houses there and bought, like when they bought a trailer and put there. I had a house moved to the property, different things to get water and sewer. Every time they have to dig up the road. Because after the storms, I put a house on my property, I put a trailer on my property. Just,
I think
they dig up the road for anything concerning sewer and water.
your request seems to be very reasonable, but I think we have to do some planning and document.
Yeah, I'm thinking City Hall tore it up, they should fix it, so that we're not tearing up our cars to get there.
I hear you. I think everybody hears you. We just gotta plan it out right and make sure we do it the right way and don't go off half-cocked.
You said the most recent time they did repairs is within a year, you think? This has been an issue longer than that?
It's worse, it's really, really bad now, because it's the whole road that's torn up. But I'm thinking y'all should have records that y'all send y'all's people out and they do that kind of work. I shouldn't have to know when it was, they should have records of that.
I'm just asking if you remember.
And
That's
I'm
all.
just saying, I don't know. but they should have records here when they do work. And I would,
It's been about 2 years ago that we put in the water service and sewer for the house on that back property for you.
I don't
And then we
think it's
came
been
back.
2 years.
Yeah, it's been about that. And then it's been about a year on the trailer, and we had to cross the road there to make that tie-in as well. I know that you do have a request coming up about another mobile home in there, and we've had that discussion. We won't have to cross that road. We can pull from the line that's already across now and not have to bother that road anymore. So now I know there, from the documentation I gave you last month, it indicates that you and I believe your sister, is that correct? Or maybe some relation, maybe a cousin,
You have finished, I don't know.
both of you have some ownership of the road that goes back there. So, I can give you
Me
that.
and my
paperwork.
brother has the back end.
Okay, all right. So, and I know there's been some traffic moving between Bowers and Lambert through that alley. And so I noticed there's quite a bit of movement through there.
That's what I wanted to say too, because you brought that up when we talked in your office. There is no road that goes there where West Alley ends here and that water hydrant.
Mm-hmm.
There's somebody that used to drive through there
Mm-hmm.
and not supposed to. And then when the city allowed me to put that fence right behind that water hydrant to keep, because I said if he runs over that water hydrant, that's gonna be a big mess for everybody.
Right.
And then he started going around my brother's trailer through people's yard.
Mm-hmm.
And West Valley and Lambert do not connect at all. There used to be a fence that was all the way there, but it was torn down. But you got one little person driving through there when everybody else is sleeping. The tire marks are there, and he shouldn't be doing that.
Does he live back there or have any business to be back there in the first place? Whoever this is, you said?
It's somebody that lives on Lambert Lane, and it's my uncle Sherman Jackson that's doing it. And I mean, if y'all go out there tomorrow, you'll see the tire prints. I don't know how old they are because he's been real sick, so he hasn't been doing that recently, I don't think. But that's the only person that's driving through people's yard. Lambert Lane and West Alley don't connect at all. There used to be a fence all the way across, but over the years, with all the damage we've had, the fence had to get, because it was pretty much down. But I think they plan to put the fence back up. It's just, money's funny with everybody.
Does the garbage truck pass that on that?
The garbage truck comes down South Bowers, it turns on West Alley, and then it backs out of there. Because a while back, they didn't want the truck to have to turn down there because it's a little road. And they were wanting us to take our trash and bring it all the way to West Alley. Everybody back there is elderly, how do we live? You know? And so they undid that, and they started letting the truck come in and dump people's trash.
Ms.
It's a
Belinda.
dead end street.
Yes, ma'am. I understand. Would you be opposed to turning the road over to the town so that we could maintain it?
I don't want to give my little property that my parents, through the generations, through 4 generations, have worked to own, and then I just give it away to the city.
Not the property,
No,
the road.
just the road. Just the road, so it can be maintained.
Yeah, I'm not gonna, if I own it, and my family's owned it 3 generations before me, I'm not willing to give it to the city. I'm thinking the city tore it up, the city should fix it. Because every time they come out and do sewer or water for somebody, that person is paying for the sewer and the water and all the connections. So why not fix what they tore? I don't understand.
Any other questions? Any questions?
I do have a question.
Okay.
Why would they work on something and tear up the road and not repair it?
It's,
Could they do that anyway? That's my question. Why would they work on it? Why would they break up the road or whatever?
it was the only way to get the water service and the sewer
I
service
understand
to.
that, but after you're done, after they were completed there,
If
the
it were,
road should have been repaired.
if it were a town street, that wouldn't have been an issue. Because it's a private road, that's where the issue comes with the dollars, how it's spent. That's really the issue here. It's not that we don't want to. It's that we need to be authorized to do such a thing.
If the town became ownership of the road, if Miss Belinda would allow that it would be just the road, and then we would be responsible for maintaining the road and doing all the repairs, but because it's a private road, we're not responsible for that?
Expenditure of public funds on private property is always going to be
Okay.
subject to some scrutiny.
But if she got the property where your family land is and that you have living out there, just the road to get there, you wouldn't consider giving that to, so if we're not gonna be able to use town money to repair the road, then, I mean, what is your only other alternative to get it fixed?
Well, I had asked that guy if I paid to have it fixed, what would it cost? And when he came back, he said that he talked to the mayor and he's not allowed to do that. He wouldn't even quote me a price of me having it fixed myself. And then two, if I came out of pocket to fix it myself, does that mean the city may come back and tear it up again for looking for something else?
No, ma'am, Miss Belinda, we've gotten across the road now, or the sewer service and the water service you requested
To be installed.
to be installed. That was the whole reason we cut through there, was to bring you that sewer and water. So there's no reason for the town to go back in there again. We've got sewer and water on that side now.
But I don't know that last time that they came, I don't know why they came, or they dug it up just before the driveway between me and David, like half part is mine and half part is my brother.
There was a
We
water
don't know
leak.
what that was dug up for,
There was a water leak at that residence.
at whose residence?
The one behind, well, it's the second house off of Bowers, across West Alley from you. Is it Casey Lewis's?
Yeah.
The
No.
little brick house right there.
No, Catherine Lewis, her house is here, there's an empty lot there, and then there's my property. This was dug up like towards the end of, almost the end of the road. That would have nothing to do with Miss Lewis. I don't know why.
They're
What they were looking for.
right along that line, right along that right of way, I shouldn't say right of way, right along the property to the south side of West Alley, correct?
It's-
Yeah, that's where they were looking for a water leak that they had. Somebody had a water leak they were trying to fix. So, did they get into the road? I don't recall them getting into the road itself. It's just along the edge of the road is where the.
No, it's across the road. It's across the road about 4 feet, the whole road. Just before my brand new driveway that I had toward a year ago, just before that, it's a big old mess. And every time it rains, it gets deeper and deeper, and you're banging your car, tearing up your car just to get down, up and down the road.
Okay.
So are we going to send somebody there to inspect it and see
Oh,
what
yeah.
the damage is?
Okay. I guess at this point, we need to, if council doesn't mind getting back with me as to what you want to try to accomplish or how we can go about it, get with legal and make sure what we can and can't do. But you know, I don't mind going back in and I mean, we can dress it back up, you know, those areas, but that's still not going to be a resolution. You know. So,
Yeah,
all right.
that clay's not.
Okay.
That-
All right, thank you, Ms. Belinda.
Thank y'all.
All right, the next thing we have on our list is Miss Jennifer Singleton. Okay. Owner of 105 South Bowers Avenue, town ordinance. Okay, Ms. Singleton, go ahead. Have some questions? Or?
Yeah, I guess, I don't know, I got a letter from an attorney saying that I needed to move my front house off my land. And I'm trying to understand what exactly.
Okay. Do you recall getting the letter from the town regarding the
I remember a phone call
Okay.
from somebody up here, very rude. First of all, I want to say that was some months back. I was questioning about the property. I want to say it was early morning. I normally work in the middle of the night, so when it woke me up. But I was told, I guess, that I had people living in my front trailer. I shouldn't have them living there. I'm gonna get fined every day, and I kind of snapped back at her, which is normally not my style.
Okay.
I don't understand where it sits. I know they're saying, I guess on the paperwork, I should have moved there after I put my other one there. But it's a lot. It's a lot that I've personally gone through in this town. And from my husband being murdered back in 2015, where I'm at now is where that guy died at last year. Then you guys got this kid, Frank, who has some type of mental disorder, running up and down the road. He's been on the road for like the last 4 or 5 nights. I go to work. I work in the casino industry. I'm off work at 3 in the morning, at 4 in the morning. I suffer from PTSD from what happened to my husband. This is all flashbacks for me. It wasn't my intention to leave the trailer there, but I'm very uncomfortable. I have owned that land. It was in my mom's name first. My mom bought that from my grandpa when I was 3 years old. Had it for 47 years. I'm not trying to dupe the city or get over on the city. I don't feel comfortable on my own property. I call the police, they finally come, nothing's normally done. I think it was last year or a year before I had a dog, somebody went on my property, took my dog off the leash, and I guess my dog bit him. My dog ended up at the dog pound. I had to pay money for that. I've had packages stolen as early as last month when I did my Christmas orders. I've had my water stolen. I don't feel comfortable being on that property by myself. It's not that I don't want to move the trailer, but right now one of my kids is staying in it because it bothers me. I'm scared to go on my own home when I get off work. And it's but it's not anything to try to dupe the city. I just want to see what I need to do to make whatever I need to make right.
Miss Cindy, do you have the minutes from how long has that been? It's been a couple of years?
That trailer was moved there, I want to say, because I've only been in it, I made a year in that trailer, in the new one, Christmas Eve.
Okay.
Yeah. And then they moved that trailer there, and I was supposed to be getting ready to move stuff, and then when that boy died out there, I'm too scared to be there.
Okay. Because I know that when it was brought to the council, because you would have two on the property at the same time, the council gave you a waiver allowing you a certain amount of time to get the other one off once the other one got set up. Because that's what had to happen, right? You had to bring the other one in and get it set up.
Yeah, the other one came in there, and
So there was
all that stuff happened.
Yeah, so there was a waiver given to you to allow that for a certain period of time.
Okay.
So that went a little ways beyond that. There is a copy of a letter that was sent to you. I don't know, was it sent certified?
Yes, sir.
Oh, it was? Was it signed for?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, yeah, that was back in October 13th of 2025. And that's the reason that you got a letter now from the town attorney. Okay, so that just kind of brings us up to date on where we're at in the process. So,
So
any,
I just understand, like, well, what do I need to do? I mean, is there, because I see other places, other properties throughout the town that have 2 trailers on one property. How does that work?
So there are some that exist prior to we pass an ordinance, and I don't make me lie as far as, it's been a number of years, maybe 6 years, 7 years. So since that happened, we've banned, outlawed 2 residents per lot. So you can't have 2 dwellings in a deal. So to answer, yes, there are some that are grandfathered in. There's nothing we can do until one of the dwellings gets condemned, burns down, whatever.
So you just make a hillbilly match and I'll be good, just connect them?
Say it again. I don't understand.
So what's my time frame on this?
You should pass that timeframe.
Bill, you sound like the lady. Do you make the phone calls? Are you the one that called me that morning?
No, ma'am, I do not work.
We're
trying
trying to work with you. Like, I'm not.
Well, you told me she's just jumped out. You've already surpassed your
Don't
time.
be antagonizing.
It's very frustrating to live in an environment where you're paying and doing everything you're supposed to do and you don't feel safe. I don't feel comfortable living on that property by myself right now. I don't know what's gonna change it. I suffer from PTSD. I've been through some things. You check out calls. Call you guys on the regular, the police department. I'm like sick of it. I do not wish to live on my property by myself right now. I don't. I just ask for time to kind of get myself together to be able to deal with that. But right now, you got a guy that has a mental disorder just walking the streets. And I'm listening to him beat on my grandpa's house across the street. He broke windows out of it. You know, talking about I'm gonna F this up and I'm gonna do this to this person. That's not 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. I've sat in the car before for a whole hour waiting for him to finish his ranting writing. Because I'm not gonna get out with him. He's been in my window, looking through my window. I asked him, what the hell are you doing there? He doesn't answer. I told him, you got 30 seconds to get out of my property, I'm gonna start shooting. That's the only time he walked off the property. And I don't want to use that as a scapegoat because he makes me uncomfortable. Shouldn't have been in my yard in the first place. And that second house is way in the back of my property, which is halfway into the block. Why do I have to worry about that? You know, and just like when that kid got killed, you know, they're asking me for camera footage. I had cameras up there. Somebody even destroyed that. I have cameras up right now that don't work because somebody went up there and readjusted one of my cameras, the one I had watching the street area so I could see what's going on my property. And now it's in the stuck in the up position. You know, I shouldn't have to keep purchasing stuff to try to make myself feel safe.
So I'm the attorney that sent you the letter, the most recent one. My name's Russ. I apologize that those things are happening. The people up there aren't your enemies. They're the ones that are trying to prolong.
And I'm just frustrated because I'm frustrated because I don't know which route to go.
And what I'm trying to explain is, right now there's an ordinance violation, and the city has sent the notices that they need to send to take that trailer off and demolish it and send the bill to you. That is not what any of these people want to do. That's why we asked you to come up here and talk.
So now I'm here. So now
And
what's the solution?
What is your capacity to move the trailer off? What kind of time frame would you need? What we want to find a solution that works for you, but we need to know your intentions.
I would like to feel more safer first before I start making decisions like that. And I move that trailer somewhere else, and then I'm stuck on that property by myself. It's not like the rest of the town of Iowa. These people walk all night long, literally all night long. It's frustrating. Even when that kid got killed, I was on my way to work. Scared the heck out of me. Nobody should have to get up to that, you know? And it's on a regular basis. You go walk up there now. Everybody hangs out, stuff everywhere. Nobody say nothing. Just deal with it, because I work and I go home. I don't even entertain this town. That's how much I don't, how bad my nerves are. In the house to the casino, in the house to the casino. That's all I do. Don't stop at the stores, don't do anything. Straight to 90 to work. I just want to try to get myself together. How much time? I don't know if I can put a time limit on. I can't say, in 30 days it'll be done. I can't say that. Right now I'm in the middle of paying taxes. That property tax went from $29 a year to $1,800 this year. So I'm dealing with that. I'm dealing with my taxes from work. Because of the casino environment, my income, I do have to pay taxes every year. So I'm in the middle of a lot of things. I'm also raising a 2-year-old grandkid. I'm trying to get the money to get it moved out or do whatever I need to do. But I just need a little more time. That's all I'm asking for. And just let me kind of piece it together. I've been down to Lake Charles. I went down there, I want to say last week or the week before, and then she told me that I could actually gift it to my son so that he can be able to move it. Can't move it if it's in my name. Just can't move it to the trailer park. So it's stuff that I'm trying to get done. It's just setbacks.
Ms. Singleton, you say your son's living in the other trailer?
Yeah.
You mentioned grandchild. His? Or?
Yeah, I'm helping him raise his child. Yeah, because his mom is in the picture. So been doing this for 3 years. And then it got to a point where my son didn't have nowhere to go, and then all this stuff was happening, and then
Right.
Hey, just come here. I'm uncomfortable anyways. At least I got him on the property, and I don't have to be by myself. Because that night, that guy was staring at my head. Can you imagine laying across your bed with your grandkids? You got 2 window crack because I'm way at the back of the block. And you can feel somebody staring at you. That's uncomfortable as heck. Very uncomfortable, and I don't know, maybe it's because of what I went through with my husband, which was a big deal because these people came to our house and did that. But I like I said, I still suffer from PTSD. It's even hard for me at work. I do what I have to do to get it done, and I go, but it's not that I'm avoiding the situation, it's just a lie. It's a lie.
Well, for your, and again, I feel for your situation. For your peace of mind, I'm not in your shoes. I can't pretend to be there, but would you feel more safe with your son and grandchild in the same building with you? Maybe that would give you some peace there. Again, I understand. You want to give that to him. At the trailer, that's fine. But I mean,
I just need enough time to find a way to get it moved without.
I'm speaking for myself. Could you come back in March? Maybe do like 6 weeks and give us an update on the plan?
Thank you.
That would be my vote. If we get an update, gets her some time, gets away from Christmas, all that stuff.
So when do I come in March? It's like, is it a certain? I've never been to a town hall meeting, so I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if it's. I'll defer to you on this. If it's better to do it in a meeting, that deal. I mean, if she has a plan, she can do it.
I really don't want to do it in front of a home.
Yeah, I hate putting all of her business.
yeah, I don't think all of it needs to be done that way. And I understand where you're headed with the March. I hope I'm not overstepping here by suggesting maybe May, because April is tax season. She's trying to sort through that. Again, we're not trying to be mean at all. We want to help you.
I did it. I think I just got my guard up because whoever called me that morning, they were so rude, and I've been having anxiety about this evening.
Let's hopefully we can take that down a little bit for you. Okay, all right. Would y'all be feel comfortable with May?
I would say.
Okay. So we'll contact you in May or the first part of May. It's only the second Monday of each month is our council meeting at 7:00, so.
And I'm gonna push on my end to try to
But
get my
it was
rose.
discussed about maybe doing it at a council meeting. Can she meet
Yes,
here during the day? What
Yes.
day would you?
yes, and that's fine. It's fine, and then we can relay the information. Okay?
Thank you so
All
much.
right, thank you, Ms.
I appreciate it.
Singleton. All right, number 6, Ms. Zelia Washington, motion to order demolition. Ms. Zelia, there you go.
Okay, tell you what I found out. Number one, I found out I do not own the house. The house is adjudicated property. I own the land, but the house is not mine. So y'all can do whatever y'all want with the house. It's not mine. It is adjudicated property.
Who's
I guess it's for the tax people, the police jury, whoever made it adjudicated. Because I went into bankruptcy like in 2009, and I had to give up my land and the house at the time because Christian Chestnut said I couldn't keep both. So I gave up my highway stuff very disheartedly because that was my heart. Okay. When about 2015, when I got out of bankruptcy, I was able to get the land back. So I did my paperwork and I paid my taxes or whatever to redeem my land. Well, I thought when I redeemed the land and the house was together. And it wasn't until Cindy called and told me that, oh, Miss Washington, your house is adjudicated property. What? I didn't know. Now they want me to give them $3,000 and some odd dollars, and I talked to them already. I said the city is going to demolition it. I couldn't afford to do the demolition. You remember, I was the first one here who signed off on the letter so y'all could demolish it. And then after I found out that I didn't own the house, well, what I'm supposed to do? It's not mine. Y'all want to demolition it, do whatever you please. It doesn't matter to me because it ain't mine.
What you think, Liz?
Well, I don't think she can sign off on the demolition for something that isn't her
That's
house.
right. It's not mine. The house is not mine. The land is mine, but the house is not mine.
But also don't, we've sent notices out that this kind of stuff is more of a, like once you've done all the procedural steps that you need to take, send out the right notices, things like that, ownership doesn't really matter after that. As long as you've gotten who needs to be notified.
So we can order the demolition.
Assuming everything's been complied with, I don't see why not. Especially if you have the one seemingly interested person in the whole situation is showing up saying, I don't even know if I own the house.
Nobody's living in that house.
No, I moved out of that house in 2007. What happened, see, when I was living in the house, my taxes on the house was tax exempt, for the value. Well, I was paying the city taxes, and with the land taxes. But as far as for house taxes, I never really did pay house taxes. And then all of a sudden, like I said, I got out of bankruptcy 2015, redeemed my land back, which I thought included the house. So when I came here and they said, you own the house? I said, well, I guess so. And then she said, she called me and I went up there and the tax assessor said, no, you don't own you. It's like, it's really your house, but you got to pay back. I said, nope.
Okay. Has the
I'm
house been sold at a tax sale? Is that?
Ain't nobody was buying it. That's the problem. It's a house on
I
Piers.
sent you an email
Okay.
on it.
Nobody bought it from them, so it's just sitting. And
Okay,
it's
so-
adjudicated property, which I found out in 25 in October. Remember, it's October when Cindy,
It was in 2013, it was adjudicated.
okay. See,
2013.
and I didn't even know then because I was
But-
still in bankruptcy. So they sent all of that paperwork to GMAC.
It's far beyond any redemption period. And
Right, right. No, but they did say they would redeem it. They would allow her to redeem it.
Yeah, oh, they would just.
They would allow her to redeem it. She chooses not to redeem it. Okay, if the town decides, if the council decides to demolish it, the cost of that demolition is on whose responsibility? What burden does that
Wait,
fall on?
but y'all got the grant to demolition it.
We can't, through the grant won't allow us to use their funds for adjudicated property. We can't use it.
They're probably worried about liability blowback.
No, because it doesn't have clear title.
Until someone buys it at a tax sale, it might be adjudicated, but you know, ownership hasn't. Like it's just it's a tax debt. So, you know, if they tried to sell it, it doesn't sell. I don't see how ownership transferred to someone else. Their problem, what they're saying is it is adjudicated in that, you know, they have a lien on it. They have, you know, she can redeem it. They can sell it at any point that they want. Them being able to, but yeah, I mean, I don't see what further consent or anything we would need. It's just, I think if she redeems it, then we have the ability to possibly get paid back because that would clear title.
Right, but that's all passed.
Okay.
That's all passed. Now we're at the demolition stage to demo the property because it's been through the condemnation process. So we're at the order to demo, but the burden of cost to demo falls on who?
It would be, I think it would be her. If no one else has bought it and there's no true transfer of ownership.
It's gonna be on me and I don't own it.
Well, I think,
On your property, right?
yeah, and really what it is, it's a lien that attaches to the property. So, you know, while it is secured by the property, it is probably considered your debt. But until there's, I know the sheriff doesn't own it, so, you know, it didn't transfer. They just have the right to sell it. So I think it would be her debt obligation until that changes. I don't think we can go stick the sheriff with the bill, put it that way.
So is it the right thing to move for the demolition? Or do we want to, knowing that our intention is to demolish it, do we need to push it for a month to double check things on the paperwork?
I've done all the checking I can do.
Yeah, I think it just.
This is where we are. Yeah,
Okay, I still don't feel like it would be mine since it's not my property anyway. All they doing is telling me I have the opportunity to buy a house back that I know that's gonna be demolished. I need to give them over $3,000 for a house that's coming down. And then you still gonna wanna charge me for the house coming down. I know, I can't pay twice.
Well, I know-
I'm on a fixed income, that's not it.
well, I know that I did speak to the tax assessor and they said that after it would be demolished, that we could send the proof that it was demoed and they would erase the taxes on it. They would recall all the taxes from the past years. But so, because then there is no longer any house there.
Yeah, they have no attachment.
They have no attachment.
So that means she was reimbursed for the taxes that she's paid on it since 20.
No, she hasn't paid any taxes.
No, because I was in bankruptcy and it wasn't until about 2013, I think, she said they adjudicated it.
So you're not responsible for the taxes, is that correct?
She will no longer be responsible after it's demolished. She will
But
no
then I gotta
longer,
pay y'all, cause it's being demolished.
correct.
I go knock it down myself. I can go knock it down myself, period.
And then you have to have.
And I don't have, and then I don't have, not even them at the taxpayer place, because a good wind, strong wind can come and knock that house down. Yeah, yes it is, I know it's bad. And see, my nieces and them, they getting a little frustrated with the Annie, because that house is still there, and she just don't have the funds to do nothing with it. Give me a couple of months and let me see what I'm gonna do. It'll be gone. And leave my fix. Chill business. I'll work on it. Give me a couple of months. And if I do go and redeem it, then y'all can demolish it and pay for it, right? If I bring you that I redeem it. I need a couple of months, because I don't have that kind of.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am, we can't.
You can't?
Not through the grant, no, ma'am. It's done.
If
It's
I
over.
if I go redeem it,
It's
done,
too late.
so it doesn't matter.
Mm-mm, it's too late now.
Okay, how much it's gonna cost me if you demolition it? Since you're saying that I'm gonna be charged.
Excuse me?
It's just a lien, correct? So it's nothing out of pocket for her.
What do you mean?
The lien is the demolition cost.
Yeah.
Right, I understand.
That's what it would
But-
be, yeah.
Right, but it's not money out of her pocket that goes against the property.
Goes against the property.
See, like, what we would do is we would, y'all would vote
Y'all
to
would be
demo
like the
it.
second lien
Then
because
we
they
would
have a
find
first
someone-
lien on the property.
Then we would find someone to demo it. We would pay it. We would invoice her. If she does not pay that invoice, then we place a lien against the land.
And just out of ignorance to say, how a lien is on the land, so she can pay that and there's no interest, or there is interest over time?
There will be.
Interest runs on conventional
Mhm.
obligations, matter of law.
Russ, I don't, oh, I'm sorry. Go
That
ahead.
other lady has a house on Valor Street. Would that other lady feel safe if she moved the trailer on this lady's lot?
No,
She would?
no, because ain't nobody moving on that lot.
You got what she needs. I might have to get it.
No, no, but the only person who move on that lot be my children.
Ms. Washington,
Yes.
I think you were talking about redeeming it. I don't know that, if I was in your situation, I don't know that I would redeem it. It may cost more than what the demolition would cost you.
But that's what I was asking.
All you would need to do is demo it, show proof that it's gone, and the tax assessor said that they would remove
All
all
that tax
past
debt. Okay.
taxes.
All I would know now, and then I would owe you all. How long would y'all give me to pay? I mean,
It's up to y'all.
it's some say within a reasonable time, because I don't want no lien on my property.
That
That's
would
what I'm asking.
be- That would be the demolition and to haul the debris off the property, both, correct?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if that was.
I can call you later on that, Cindy.
Well, that would be up to the council,
Okay, to
how
the
much,
council.
yes. We
Okay,
would have to wait until after we send the invoice to you. And then if it's not paid, we would bring it to the
okay,
council.
but do you have an idea? Because like I said, I'm on a fixed income. So I'm trying to get an idea of what this cost is going to be.
We
So I
usually-
can be ready for it.
We usually wait about 4 to 6 months after we do any grass cutting or property cleanups before we put a lien. We usually wait. We'll send like 2 or 3 invoices, and then if they're not paid, at the end of 4, maybe 6
4 to
months, we
6
usually
months,
wait,
okay,
and then we place the lien.
okay. But just an idea in your head, am I looking at $2,000 to $3,000 or dollars?
I really don't know. I can,
It's not that big of a residence. I know it was probably one of the smaller ones. that we-
No, it's
we were
not that
looking at.
big, cause it's
And
a
it's
house
not-
on piers,
yeah, it's on
everything,
piers.
whenever you demolition, it's gone.
I had the quote from when we did the, but I don't have it here in front of me.
We'll look
I
at
don't-
it and see, and we'll. kinda
Okay,
get
you
back.
know my
You can
number.
call me. Yeah,
Okay,
call me.
give me a buzz.
Okay.
I thank y'all so much. Y'all go ahead on and demolition it and give me that paper, and at least I know that 3,000 is gone, but then I'll pay y'all.
Okay,
I appreciate it.
thank you, ma'am.
So to be clear, she doesn't want us to make the motion to order the demolition.
Yes.
And the thing will be worked out in-house.
Yes. Yes.
I move to order the demolition of 306 South Powers Avenue.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, and that motion carries. All right, number 7. Upon the recommendation of Building Code Inspection Service LLC, Rodney Richard, motion to notify owner of condemnation hearing for parcel number 007248223B, 408A Welty Avenue, South Welty, Highway, Louisiana. Any questions or comments on this one?
I move to notify the owner of condemnation hearing for parcel 7248223B at 408 South Welty Avenue.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that motion carries. All right, number 9. Motion to adopt ordinance 2026-01. I'm sorry, 8. Oh, you're right, I did. I've already marked that. Number 8, motion to approve cooperative endeavor agreement between the Calcasieu Parish Police Jury and the town of Iowa for the purpose of distributing commodity food boxes for the benefit of the citizens of Calcasieu Parish.
I move to approve a CBA between the police jury and the town of Iowa for distributing commodity food boxes for the benefit of citizens of Calcasieu Parish.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Okay, now number 9. Motion to adopt ordinance 2026-01, an ordinance imposing a moratorium for a period of 90 days on the granting of all permits for mobile homes in the town of Iowa, Louisiana. Any questions? Any thoughts?
I'm opposed, but I said that at the introduction.
I make a motion that we adopt ordinance 2026-01, moratorium for a period of 90 days on the granting of all permits for mobile homes in the town of Iowa.
Before we vote, who is gonna be the one doing these, I guess, adjustment of the ordinances for the mobile homes? Gonna be a committee appointed for that?
What we had anticipated was to take and to bring and of course, speaking with Daniel last time, we want to take and kind of bring it to you guys. That's reading for the 90 days. Give you a copy of what we're looking at. Redline it, send it back, however we want to do it, so that we can go back and forth and see if there's anything that we can do to kind of tighten it up a little bit. That's really all it's about. It will have, y'all will have to make the decision. Okay.
So the motion was made.
Yes.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
And Mr. Daniel is abstaining or opposed?
Nay.
Nay, so he's gonna go nay.
With an exclamation mark.
Okay. All right, motion does carry. All right. Number 10, motion to adopt ordinance 2026-02, an ordinance fixing meeting place, days, and time for mayor and town council.
So
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that carries. And I failed to make my comments early on, if y'all will allow me just real quickly. I do want to read something to you. We're going to put it on in social media and try to get this out tomorrow. Happy New Year to all. The strides we've made together this past year have been exciting as a town and community. However, the Iowa Yellow Jacket Football Championship last month excited me more than any other accomplishment of the town of Iowa, as it embodies more than just this past season, but shows the principles of hard work and dedication have been evident, not just this season, but throughout Coach Tommy John's tenure. It's impossible to say how special this team and coaching staff are to our area, and having met with many of the parents, their dedication is equally impressive. The culmination of this unprecedented season needs to be celebrated, and in a way unique and benefiting, as there are many firsts with this undefeated championship team, not just for the town, but for the parish as well. This past week, have begun discussions about how the town can show our appreciation for all the hard work of the players, the excellent coaching of the staff, and the dedication of our fan base that was there to cheer them on every week to victory. A parade would be easy to set up, but a season such as this feels like it deserves a more encompassing experience that matches this ultimate victory. With that in mind, we have begun laying out the framework for the celebration, looking into a number of options that will truly set it apart as something that honors this team and their place in history. I'm truly excited and humbled to be allowed to take the lead on this, and wish to thank specifically Principal Dietz and Coach Johns for their service to this community. Look for updates in the coming weeks, and may God continue to bless our town, the 70647 area, Southwest Louisiana, the United States. And that is just on that. Okay. And then we're going to jump real quick. I wanted to, that was my comments from the first part that I missed. The water rates. That's where we're at now on item 11. And we had, as I had shared some time ago, we would do another rate study on our water to see where we're at and our progress. I'm excited with these numbers that have come back. I wasn't too excited to hear that now they're going to be requiring a 20-year critical asset contingency fund. So that means that if we want, before it was if we wanted water sector money, we had to be at a certain rate. Now they want us to build a contingency fund within that. So even with building a contingency fund, and we're looking at wastewater, at putting aside $17,000 a month, that give us a $204,000 a year with a contingency. Even with that, it appears that our rates could trend down. And I'm hoping once we get the letter from Louisiana Rural Water that we can talk about that and see where we can make those adjustments. And then the same thing on the water. This one here, the critical asset contingency fund, if we did an $8,500 a month, that give us $102,000 per year for that critical asset contingency. And again, that number appears that we can come down on it as well. So now that we've gone into this is almost a second year with the meters. We have gotten to a point where we're actually become very efficient and very economical with our chemicals and whatnot. And so we're maintaining our proper procedures with DEQ, and so I think we're doing fairly well on that. A lot of the repairs that we made has led to a big change with that. The amount of the water that we had with the two big leaks, the one on East Second and the one that was out by the oxidation pond that we had no idea of. But anyway, those two contributed a huge amount to fixing our issues with our water rates. So I think probably May or June, we'll probably see that come back around where we can actually, once we get our letter from Louisiana Rural Water, we can make an adjustment down. So that's good news, right? All right. Any questions on that? Any questions?
So it's gonna be at least till June before we can adjust it.
Well, we're waiting on the letter from them. We have to have the certified letter, but this is the preliminary that they gave us. I wanted to share it because I think it's really good news.
So we're needing to do two contingency funds, is that correct?
One is for the wastewater and one is for the water. Okay. Any other questions? All right. All right, and number 12, Ms. Cindy, presentation of the 24-25 financial audit and agreed upon procedure.
If you look in your packets, you had received your audits for our 24-25 fiscal year. I'm very pleased that on our AUP, which is the new thing that they started doing a few years ago. It's the agreed upon procedures. There was one finding that we needed to respond to, and it was on a credit card. It was a fuel card statement that was not signed by, didn't have two signatures on it. Someone other than the authorized card holder has to sign it, and they found that it wasn't done. So that was the only response that we needed to do on our agreed upon procedures. On our actual audit, we had no write-ups on it, except for the same write-ups that we usually get for a small town not having enough hired people to balance everything that we have to do. So it's really an every annual audit that we have. And they explained it in the audit financial that these are, let me see how she writes it. Because of the entity size and the limited number of accounting personnel, it is not feasible to maintain a complete segregation of duties to achieve effective internal control. And so that's the only, and it's a regular annual write-up that most small towns get. So I'm very pleased that we didn't have any other write-ups.
Any questions? Yes, ma'am.
So that particular audit will post when
We can post it as soon as this meeting, well, probably tomorrow. I'll have someone probably try to put it on the website for you. Mm-hmm.
Are we posting both?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot, so it's,
Oh, I
the
know.
one's pretty thick, so.
Oh, yeah,
It may
it's,
take a little while to get it up.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Any other questions? All right. So 13. All right. Introduction of ordinance 2026-03 and ordinance amending fiscal year 2025-26 budget for town of Highway, Louisiana. All right. Any questions? Anything? No questions? All right. So that was the introduction. We have no questions. We'll move on to number 14. Motion to approve resolution 2026-01, a resolution of the town of Highway creating a recreation advisory committee. Cindy, we'd already done that.
We did that a long time ago, but we changed the,
Well, it was asked to change if they were.
asked to
willing
change.
Yeah. Maybe we need to.
If y'all wanted to change it.
If we want to.
Mm-hmm.
I had asked if it could be changed. So don't know if we want to go that direction, or you want to table it to the next meeting, or? I mean,
What are you planning to do then?
So we had originally passed something several months ago, but the logistics we hadn't quite ironed out. The general idea was we wanted to have a body of like 9 people throughout the town, different stakeholders, to try to give us feedback on where they need help, whatever that might be. So we passed that, but in trying to work out the exact details of how to make it where it actually works and it's not just a dumpster fire, we hit a few roadblocks, so we set it aside for a couple months, and now we're trying to kind of circle back to it. I don't know, if it's my vote, I think the mayor should have a voice that leads to it, but we can also table it and then get the old ordinance, and look at it a little closer and all that stuff.
Well,
I mean, it was an ordinance, this is a resolution, it's off a little bit.
I thought it was both resolutions.
hmm,
Both of them were, yeah. The
I
other
thought we
one,
did about ordinance.
I don't think so. But,
let's see.
I
And
can
just,
pull it,
just
but
for
I
a
think
little
it's a
bit of clarity,
resolution.
I would not want the mayor's office to appear to be political in the recreation league. That's my drawback.
Well, the sky is blue, the grass is green, they think there's gonna be touches
Well-
of politics.
Is this gonna include all sports? I'm
It-
as a basketball, not
that's-
wanting to be
No, no,
involved.
no. So that's two different
things.
Okay.
things.
Okay.
This is for us to get feedback. If they don't want to come to the table, like specific groups, then that's on them. I don't think that's gonna be the case. Once we iron out 1 or 2 little, I think pretty small logistic things, there's no reason for them not to come to the table. It's just it basically just opens up an open, very clear place for them to discuss. So we don't want little dribblers needs this, but they don't know how to talk to this group. And then it just gives a place where we can say, oh, well, if the town purchases this, we get to help, football and baseball. So this $20,000 we spent, we got, just help 180 kids instead of everybody going off doing their own thing. That's all it is, or all it's supposed to be.
So you want to table it, or what would you like to do?
May I ask who's on the committee?
So,
May I ask who?
yes, ma'am, so we haven't named the people yet. That's the biggest cross up.
Okay, I had heard.
The biggest cross up was that we came up with a plan on each, I don't remember it exactly, but I think each of the council, we have a vote. I think when we originally wrote it, the mayor, I say a vote, a recommendation. And then I think we did one from each of the major sports components. So football and cheer, basketball, boys and girls, and then the pony league, baseball, softball. I think that's what we had originally done, but the timeline that we did on the appointments didn't work. So we have to redo that to make it where it actually makes sense. So short answer, no names, yeah. My opinion, I say, let's table it, and then maybe Miss Cindy, I don't mind helping get it to everybody, but if we can relook at that, I don't remember. And quite honestly, I overlooked it on here. Otherwise, I would, y'all could.
Okay.
All right. That's at 90 hours a week you work in.
Fire. I'll tell you what,
There you go. No. Okay, all right, so, go ahead.
I moved to table, approving resolution 2026-01, a resolution for creating a rec advisory committee. Until next month.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? And that carries. Okay. Number 15.
Please excuse me, may I please address you before you go to the last item?
There's, you wanting to talk on the last item or on the item we've done before?
I have a problem, on the street I live, and it concerns all of you. There is trash on that street, a sofa and, a bookcase, and it's in the ditch. It's been there since way before Thanksgiving. I called the town before Christmas, and what I was told is, well, it's the owner's property, remove it. Well, people don't live in the town of Iway, and it's just stuck there. I suggested that maybe a registered letter be sent, and they give it a certain amount of time. If they don't move it, you fine them, you remove it, and they pay the fine. But if you leave things out there, that not only endangers the flow of water, but it also gives other people the opportunity to say, well, it's out there, they left it this long, and I can too. Could you please take care of that problem, because it looks horrible, and it is in the ditch.
Miss Cindy, do you know if we received a call on it?
I don't know anything about it.
I haven't.
I don't know
This is the first
anything
time
about
hearing
it.
about it.
What
Well,
address?
when I talked to the person that answered the phone, she, like the other girl, said, Ruth, well, it's the town property owners. Well, I'll give so-and-so the message. But I'm not gonna bother you, but it's gonna drag, it's
You're
gonna
more than
cause a drainage
Miss Linda.
problem.
Miss
I
Linda,
don't remember, this is before Thanksgiving.
Miss Linda, you're more than welcome to call. There's
I
not an
haven't
issue with
called.
that, and you haven't talked to me.
Well, no, but I've called
Yeah.
the city hall.
Okay, I understand. But I know I've seen you a couple of times. If you'd have said something to me between now and then, I would have went and looked at it and tried to take care of it. We try to work around some of those things. Currently, we have an issue on North Kenny. Is it North Kenny? With trash.
Yes.
And it's, so we have these issues all over town. This is not anything new. We deal with this almost every day. We try to get the folks who are responsible for that to take care of it. That's one of those things we also had within our budget this year, was to potentially provide that service to the town. I don't know that we're gonna get to that point, if we're gonna do it or not, but that there was equipment scheduled so that we could pick up stuff and get it off the side of the road like that. It is an eyesore, and it's become quite a thing. I mean, we've gotten a lot of it cleaned up. Most homeowners have picked it up, but if people are coming along and just dumping, just like we have on North Kenny, they're setting trash cans in front of other people's places. Wind's blowing it, trash. We've been dealing with this for a month, at least. So it's people just tend to just do what they want, and it makes it very difficult. But you have to let me know. And
I called the town.
you didn't call me, Miss Linda, is what I'm saying. If you don't get, I say this to anybody, if you call in and you're not getting any satisfaction within 5 to 7 days, call me. I have no issue with that. We want to try to get it taken care
I just don't see
of.
why the town can't send a certified letter and give a
We do.
certain amount of time.
We do.
What
do that.
address are you?
So, and I'll just give you an example. Miss Johnson there called
707
me
what?
a week and a half ago. Maybe a week and a half ago. She had an issue. They didn't pick up her trash. That afternoon, they picked up her trash. So sometimes things just get missed. Some things get overlooked. But when it comes to stuff like that, let me know.
What 707 what? 40. Okay.
Okay. All right. And number 15, Chief Vincent, you want to come forward?
Just have 2 recommendations for promotion. PFC Austin Saunier to corporal.
Separate or together?
All right, it's probably best to do them separate.
Okay. Make that motion.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Okay. And I heard 3.
I abstain.
You abstain, Mr. Darrell?
Say aye.
Okay, so we've got 4 ayes and 1 abstain, okay?
And
Who I'm sorry, who seconded?
Mr. Joe.
Okay.
the second one is Patrolman Taylor Jackson, the PFC.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor? Okay.
And I just wanted to give kudos to Highway High School and their staff over Christmas. They did a good job collecting toys for the needy kids. And the officers had opportunity over the holidays to go disperse those toys in the needy communities. And it was much appreciated. And our officers thank the staff and students at Highway High for supporting us every year and allowing us to bless those kids. Also, we did the traffic stop and issued a gift card. And it's nice to be able to warn people and keep them safe in the holidays and give them a gift. And businesses and everyone that donated for that, we appreciate it. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. All right, folks. Do we have a motion to adjourn? All in favor? We are adjourned. Thank you, folks, for coming out. Miss Sandra, if we have more than 4 on the list next month, Mr. Joe's going to be handling the meeting. Something.